Hey there, Wendy here with Jazzydoodledesigns. And oh my, this happened. Guys, what can I say? I sold my business, and so I had a little extra money. And you know, a couple of months ago, I was feeling a little down, or maybe it was last month. And you know what that does? You gotta have a little retail therapy. And so some of the stuff I had bought in their foreign coloring books, and so they took until now to get here. But yeah, you might want to grab a drink because it's going to be a minute. Okay, so first on the list, these are little dots, and they're 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. You get 1,000 of them, and they come like this. And what I did with these is I put them on the ends of my tombos so that I could match them with my swatch chart. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to keep them in this container or put them in a, like the colored pencil binders. I really like having my things like that, like where I can just flip through and grab them. But this is a nice way to present too, and now I'm wondering with the colors or with the numbers if I'll like it better. So I'll probably keep them like this for now, but we'll see. But I bought those numbers so that I could do that, and so I could put them on the end of like my Poscas and stuff, so that I can swatch out my Poscas so I know. You know, I like charts. I'm kind of a nerd. I like having a swatch chart. I hate when I'm trying to look at a picture and I pull out this color and I'm like, okay, how accurate is it to this color? And so having a swatch chart, I can make a visual comparison to see if this is really going to work for what I had in mind. So I have 1/2 inch, I have 1/4 inch, and then what these are is 3/8 inch. So I think that they'll be a little bit better for the Poscas because these have kind of a bigger end to them. And if I decide to put them in like a lay down binder, I may want to have a number on the side. So we shall see. Also, I don't know with these little dots how well they'll stick on the top. I'm hoping they'll stick pretty well since that is not an area that it's kind of recessed a little bit. I shouldn't be touching this, so I don't know if that will keep it from peeling or not. This is just an extra colorless blender because I do like blending other things like ink tints and whatnot with Tombos. But that is the first thing that I bought. Next up, these I got at Hobby Lobby and they were half off. So they were $3 and there's these set of, you know, detail brushes, and then there's a couple of slanty brushes, and then there's some flat brushes, or maybe there's 4 slants and 2 straight across. But I felt like it was a good set for gouache. Now I have, let me back you out just a touch. I have plenty of brushes, but these were $3, and I know for a fact that these are kind of designed for gouache and acrylics and whatnot, so I just felt like it was a really nice set for $3. So anyway, I got these. Do y'all ever do that? Get something just because it's a really good deal? Yeah. I also got this. This is a chalk marker, And I am going to be testing this to see how it works to add clouds and things like that, like smoke or fog, to a page. So I don't know if it'll work or not, but I thought it has kind of the consistency that I might be looking for. So we'll see. Next up, I did a page a while back where I used a stencil to create this moon. And I saw these, and these were on clearance, or they were half off too. But I thought this was a really cute one. Love you to the moon and back. But the main thing I thought is maybe to add some stars to a background. There's like a little cluster of small stars here. And then this moon. So I thought it might be nice to kind of have that. Or maybe you just want to put in a little, crescent moon. So I thought these might be kind of fun for our pages. This is called Momenta. I think it is a Hobby Lobby brand, maybe. Okay, next up, I was watching, I had done a coloring tag, and Coloring with Kay did one, and while she was answering the question, she had tagged me in it because I had done the tag, and I found her channel, and she was using super tips like watercolor. Now, before I did adult coloring, I did a lot of card making, so I have done some of that kind of stuff, much more with smooshing, the smooshing technique, using things like this. And I had a set of super tips, but there was only like 25 of them. And quite honestly, you can do the same thing with Tombows. But I thought it was a really nice alternative for people on a budget, especially because Tombows are not cheap. And I have tested a lot of pens, and don't get me wrong, I totally think Tombows are worth it. But there are times when you just don't have the budget, no matter how worth it they are, right? Nobody's starving their children for Tombows, I hope. So, I've been there. I've been there in my life. And so I'm going to be doing some more work with super tips in the future on my channel, because I think it's something that's accessible to everybody. So thank you, Coloring with Kay, for planting that seed in my head. And I'm going to give your technique a try as well and just see how it goes. Next up, these were literally just delivered today. These are the Arctic 60 colors. And these are a brush tip acrylic marker. So this is how they come. They have this little set of stickers that go on the sides of the marker, and then these go on the ends. There's a little thank you card. So I want to make sure that I don't get these out of order, because I don't want to have to figure out which one is which. But I don't know. I may very well put these in a binder, because I'm just not a super fan. But let me pick a fun color. Gray is not a fun color, but we'll pick this one on the end so I know where to put it back. But they have a brush tip. And I have been looking for something for, especially for like color alongs, not color alongs, Wendy, color by number, like in my big Disney, Legrand, and Hachette Heroes, I think it is. I've tried colored pencil. I tried my Thule art, but because they're a fine tip, I had bought the fine tip and not the medium tip. They weren't really conducive to big areas. They were great in small areas. But I thought this is a really good way. They were on sale, and so I thought it was, a sign that maybe I should get them. That's the problem. I can find a sign in anything that I should buy these. So this is this set. And this is this set. And they just have different colors. So these are the colors in this set. And I believe these are, see how pastel-y and bright they are compared, let's see. Let me get them both in camera. I don't know if you can tell because they don't have them in a good color order, but these are definitely seemingly more classic bright colors, and these are more, I don't know, more pastel-y. These have some neons, it looks like, and some metallics. I don't think this set does. So I'll get these swatched out and I'll let you know what I think about them. Okay, so next up I bought a couple of cases. This is the one, it's a 3-slot case, and I bought it for the markers. So I'm just playing around with seeing, you know, would the Tombos work? It looks like they would. The Super Tips would work. And the Arctics are a little tight, but you can put 2 in there. But what I was thinking is I got 120 of the Arctics, so I'll probably put those in color family order, create my own custom swatch chart, and then put them in this binder. Sorry that I've got you so zoomed in. I'll put them in this binder, which holds 300 pencils. I have a set of Prisma and my Polychromos in a binder like this, and I love it because then they're all together. So that's what this one is for. And then I bought this one because my husband said that he bought me some pencils for Mother's Day. And so he told me to get a case, and it's the same as all the other cases that I get. I like the ones with the 3 slots, and I put 3 pencils in these. So I don't know what pencils he bought me, but I'm excited. Okay, next up is Tombow Black, because somehow I managed to mislocate it. I say mislocate because I doubt if it's truly lost. It's probably tucked in a case, or I probably traveled and wanted it with me for a project that I was doing. But anyway, these come in a pack of 2 on Amazon for like $5. So I got these. And then I replaced my Sharpie pen because it was starting to go dry. The one I had was really old, but I really like the Sharpie pens for detail work. And now the one thing I'll tell you is this is not the same as, find it. Okay, it is not the same as this. This is a Sharpie permanent marker, and it has a fine tip, and this is great, but you got to be really careful because it can go through the paper. In fact, it will go through the paper. The only time I found that you can get away with it if there is a lot of colored pencil down, sometimes that will keep it from going through the paper, but I wouldn't count on it. Now the Sharpie pen will not go through the paper. It has a little bit bigger tip, not by much. Let's see. I guess it does. So this is probably like this is called a medium. I don't know if there's a Sharpie pen that's a fine tip. Possibly. I tend to like a little bit bigger because I'm really heavy-handed when I write, and so fine tips in me get frayed really quick. But and this is called an ultra fine point, but it is a permanent marker and it is different. But I like this Sharpie pen, like for animals' eyes, and you know, maybe you colored over one of your lines and you want the line back. These are great, but they do take a hair longer to dry than this one. And by a hair, I mean like you need to pay attention or you will smear it. In my latest color along, it shows that. But anyway, those are just kind of restocks. And this is also a restock. This is Stardust Stickles. So this is a craft glow. This is my favorite of all the stickles. I feel like it goes with almost anything, as far as like it has a multicolor glitter in it. So some of these stickles, like all the glitter is kind of gold color or it's kind of blue color or whatever. So even though it's clear, it just is a little, I don't know, it gives off vibes of whatever color. This is very uniform, and it's just a fun glitter. So I had to restock up on that. So now let's get into books, and there's quite a few. But I am so excited about some of these. I've been waiting a long time. This is one. This is Diane Dufour's. I won't even say it because, you know, all you subbies all laugh at me. But what a cute little book it is. And it is like 8 by 8. It's got humongous. Look how thick this book is. It's got a lot of pictures. The paper's nice. So it's French, and you can get this on Amazon, on the regular Amazon, but it isn't the cheapest book in the world because whoever's doing it on Amazon is shipping it from France, so you're paying for that shipping whether they say you are or not. So it runs about $20-25, I think, for this. Well worth it. Okay, this next book, I think it's interesting. We've got Disney Art Therapy, Le Petit, you know, Cars, Babies, right? There's 100 to color Hatchet Heroes. There's Art Therapy, Legrand's Cars, Disney Babies, Hatchet Heroes. I thought I was getting this book, or I wanted this book. I ended up getting this book. Now, this is a cute book, and I like the size of this book, and I do like that the images are simple, and then they all have these really wild backgrounds. Now, I'm not opposed to painting those out if I want to. But this is not what I thought I was getting when I got it. So I bought this one on Amazon USA. So after doing a ton of research, I ended up ordering on Amazon France, and it was a good experience. You go to Amazon France, you tell it you want it to translate into English, so it does that for you. I ordered these, and they really didn't take that long. I would say less than 10 days. I mean, it's not Amazon USA fast, but it's not traveling from Japan slow either. But this is more what I was looking for. These are really adorable images, and I really like how straightforward they are. Because sometimes you're just not in the mood for all the details. So anyway, this is the book I thought I was getting, and let me know in the comments. I may or may not do a flip through of these. We'll see. We'll see what kind of interest I have and what kind of mood I'm in, frankly. Now, this is the other one that I scoured the earth for, and I ended up getting it on Amazon France. It is Petite Poupées, and this is like small dolls in English, but it's really the only place that I found, as being someone in the USA, that you can buy this book. It's adorable. The images are, like, look at these. They're just stinking cute. And the paper's nice. And I love that it's one-sided, so you have no worries there. So I was really thrilled to get this, and I will be coloring in it soon because I have a color along, I think, in April in this book. Or it might be in the Diane DeFore one. Can't remember what Christine and I said. Maybe both. We like to color along together. And you know, while I was there, I figured, why not? I got the portrait set. Now this is the Legrands, and once again, I really like how big the images are. I feel like these would be really good if you have trouble with your eyes, or with your hands being shaky or something like that, because the images are bold, but there's a lot you can do with these. You can really do a lot with the backgrounds or not, and they're just really stinking cute. So I'm looking forward to working in these. I think the acrylic markers are going to be the Artex ones that I just showed you. I think these are going to be really good for this. Okay, next up is Teresa Goodrich's Garden Gnomes. Now, I had this on pre-order because I love Teresa Goodrich as an illustrator. I think she does a fantastic job, but her gnomes. And I already have 3 requests from some followers of mine, some subbies, because I have the best community on the planet. But they've requested, let's see, the first one we're going to do is from Janet. She requested this page, and so that's going to be a fun one, and she wants it either in Color, Artex, or Castle Art pencils. So I've got that earmarked. And then the Casey 0811 requested this greenhouse page in Prisma's, Polychromos, Arctics, or Brute Funers. So I look forward to doing that one. And then this last one was from Karina Kong 9026. I hope I wrote these down right. And she requested this autumn one. So we'll definitely, so it sounds like there is some good interest in this book. So I will do my best to do some color alongs in these because they're just fun, aren't they? They're just fun. Now, next up, I ordered these next 3 books I ordered off of Etsy, and it wasn't the usual gal that I order from, just simply because she didn't have the books that I wanted, or she didn't have all of them. She may have had some of them, but I really try and combine when I can with these international books because you pay almost as much for shipping as you do for a book. So if it's like $20 to ship 1 book, it's like $30 to ship 3. So it really, it cuts down the shipping like in half. But I don't know if her name's Aeppol. This is a Korean coloring book, and it is just stunning. There's some really pretty opening pages, nice table of contents if you read Korean. But then what she does is she gives you an illustration here on the side, and then the pictures over here for you to color. So it's kind of like the Thomas Kincaid Disney book. So, and of course you don't have to color them that way, but you can. And I often do because I find these books really relaxing, because when I'm creating like color alongs for you guys, part of the challenge is creating your color palette for the page. The challenge in these books when you duplicate is creating the duplicate. Like, can you figure out what color it is? Because a lot of times the images that they've colored are maybe done like with watercolors, or they might be colored with oil pastels or something else that creates a different look. And so you got to try and mimic that. And so I like the challenge of that. But this is really nice paper. It's a beautifully bound book. It also is a thick book, so you definitely get your money's worth. Okay, next up is Erie, and I think I should have looked this up before I got on. World Heritage or World Literature, maybe? Something like that. But, you know, I can't resist anything Erie. The pages, the paper is really good. It's a little off-white. You know, you got your, I don't know, this looks like Hansel and Gretel. And, I don't know. They're just really cool images. And I've seen some beautiful work out of this book. This is the newest by Erie. So in the description box, I will have links to where you can find them, the name of the book, because I'm an idiot, and then we can go from there. Okay, the last one that I got in that order is this one from Ori Kawamura, and it reminds me a lot of like Kanoko Agusa or Neko, those type of images. Just fun little animals. I don't know what the bookmarks are for, but they came with it. And I just haven't pulled them out. But I'll probably do a flip through on this book because I haven't seen it as much. And I don't know if this is a new book or an old book. So this is 2023. So it just came out last year. But I haven't seen a whole lot of it. So I'll probably do a flip through on the channel. So look for that. Take a drink. Take a drink. We're not there yet. So this is one that's been on my list for quite a while. And quite honestly, I finally just broke down and bought it because it's getting harder and harder to find these books because they came out, unlike that newest book. This one came out in, oh gosh, um, 2017. So I don't know if he has different versions. You know, I think it's a Dutch illustrator, but really funny images, and I just didn't want to lose out because his other books are really hard to get. This one's still available on Amazon, but it's getting sketch, so if you've ever thought about getting this book, you might want to. So, oh gosh, I'm surprised I haven't broke the lights. Okay, this is another older book. It's by Nicholas, yeah, so I don't try and say his name. He also goes by Nick Filbert, I think. So he is from, oh gosh, Wendy, you're an idiot. So this is from 2017. Look at these beautiful images. Like, they're just stunning. And I could totally see myself doing these, especially with like pan pastels. And what's nice is on the back of each page, he does list the name of the book, the name of the picture, his copyright, his Instagram and then his Gmail. But the paper is really hard, thick paper, and the images are truly divine. But this is a humongous book. It is, okay, so 12. So 13 3/4 by 9.5-ish. So really large. But just like his Fantasia book, it is truly beautiful. But this is a very hard book to find. And I found it, you gotta look at the used bookstore online places, because that's where you're gonna find some of these out of print books. And I have one more book. This book I have been trying to get for a really long time. I saw it one time, I want to say it was on Zucchini Kitty's Facebook or YouTube page, and she was coloring in it, and I want to say she was using Distress ink. But anyway, this book is from 2016, and if you've ever looked for this book, they're like $150 on eBay. And I got this book for like $35 on a used book site. I don't know if they just didn't understand the demand or whether it's because it was colored in. So this page right here was colored. No other pages are colored. The pages are in pristine, the book's in pristine shape, in my opinion. I honestly think I can probably erase it. Would it be nice if I could find my eraser? Yes, it would. Do you think I can? No, I can't. Okay, here it is. So you can see that I erased a lot of it, maybe not all of it. I'm not in the least bit worried, because I can go over all of this with another medium and make it my own. And you can see I've erased it back enough that I could use colored pencils and color pretty much anything that I want. But because it had that, you know, it was, now $35 is still a ton of money for a coloring book. You know, like I said, I just sold my businesses, so a little money is going to be coming in. And so that was kind of a celebration to myself. I've been in the process of this for a few months, and it's all going to kind of go down next month. But, you know, did I buy myself any new shoes? Nope. How about new clothes? Nope. Pretty much art supplies. That's where my money goes. And, you know, my cute nails. Other than that, that's about the only thing that I really spend a lot of money on. Not that I need to justify, but I also understand that to some this seems ridiculous. But the way I look at it is, if you go to the movies, you're going to pay, I don't even know what it is anymore, but let's say $15 to get in. Popcorn costs like $15 a person. I mean, you're going to spend $25-30 to go out, right? Or maybe you go out for drinks with somebody, or you go out for dinner with somebody. You're going to spend that $35, right? Even if you go to McDonald's, if you have more than 2 people eating, it's going to be $35. So the way I look at it is this book will give me years of enjoyment. So that's kind of how I justify things in my own mind, because I am delusional, and this is my hobby, and this is what I do for fun. And if you're here, you probably agree. So anyway, that's it. I hope that you brought a big drink. I hope that you were able to relax and enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you on the channel. Thank you for watching another video from Jazzydoodledesigns. If you enjoy adult coloring content, please consider subscribing. You can now find me on Instagram and Facebook as well. I welcome all comments and suggestions. Don't forget to like the video before you go. And until next time, take care.